On this 18th day of September, I greet you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Today's message is more of a public service announcement than a Bible lesson. And even so, I'm going to begin with Paul's letter to the Ephesians, the 3rd chapter, the 20th verse. We look to God for help because God is able to do immeasurably more than all we could ever ask or imagine because of the power that God puts in us. That power, of course, is the work of the Holy Spirit, and the work of the Holy Spirit is that which reflects the work of Jesus Christ on the cross and being risen from the tomb, conquering death, offering us victory over sin, death. All of this, death, loss, grief, why would anyone ever take their life? Why would anyone ever commit suicide? It's the question that I hear more often than not when someone actually, in fact, does commit suicide. September is Suicide Prevention, Suicide Awareness Month. So I thought I'd just take a few minutes and talk about my experience of it, and maybe perhaps yours as well. I think I presided at services for 4 suicides, for 4 individuals who committed suicide, who took their lives in a period of 14 months, somewhere after between my second and third years. It was a lot. Many of them were teenagers. And that already is challenging. I think it's important that when someone takes their life, we honor and respect what may have been going on in their lives, and we learn from it. It's the 10th leading cause of death in the United States. A person dies in the United States every 11 minutes by suicide. More than half, actually it's 54% of those who committed suicide, do not have any mental health disorder. I especially give that attention because I think that too quickly we run to that as the excuse, or at least the stereotype. And it's just not true. It's not supported in the numbers. But why? Our American mythos is that life is good. We have t-shirts that say it. We have bumper stickers that say it. It's conveyed, that message is conveyed in the music when we walk around stores and shopping centers and grocery stores. Don't worry, be happy. It's a catchy tune, but it's not always the case. There are lots of different reasons for folks to be in distress: economic distress, social distress, health circumstances, civil distress. We're weeks away from going into what commentators are saying could be the most contentious election in modern times. So what do we do, and how can we be, as the people of God, calming factors? How can we have influence over this time? If we have Jesus Christ in us, and if we are disciplined and we transform our minds, if through the renewing of our minds, as Paul talks about, we can have a powerful influence, not only in our families, our congregation, our community, our country, maybe even the world. But it starts with awareness. We should have workshops on suicide prevention. We should have workshops on a lot of topics. That's all I have for you today. And I offer it with the hope that this is helpful. I pray for the families of those who remain behind. I trust that those who have committed suicide are with our God. I believe that we can have an influence, an impact. I believe our behavior can prevent the loss of life. Be blessed.